Welcome to District 22 Studios' latest D&D podcast, Demi-Lich Diaries, where each chapter brings a new adventure and a new dungeon master. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Demi-Lich Diaries, Season 2, Chapter 2, Part 3. We were not here last week. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but we were not here. So if you were here and we weren't here, how'd the episode go? Was it cool? Was it good? Probably not, so sorry about that. But hey, we're here now, and guess what? We got some announcements for you. Just real quick before we dive in. So I'm going to turn it over to Kurt.
Hi, Lichlings. Like every Monday night, today is Merch Monday. Today's item in the store that is 22% off is, once again, our dice fanny packs. We have two options. 22% off on either one of those. And along with anything in the store you may order, it's free shipping. Just be sure that at checkout you put in the code DLDS2. Once again, DLDS2 at checkout. Over to you, handsome boy.
Oh, hi, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for being here. As usual, I'm here doing the dice giveaway. The important thing is you need to be 18 years old to participate. You need to live in the United States of America, and you need to be watching the stream tonight by the end. It's going to be important. So, really quickly, I'm going to pick one. If I can open the bag here.
Be careful!
It's going to be green. It's going to be green.
I don't
Okay,
think
here it
about
is.
that one.
Are we
Some shade of
ready?
green.
He did that whole thing.
Why he got it?
How'd you do that?
Kurt's a mind
Kurt.
reader.
These are a dark green die, and they have gold lettering on them. These look really similar to Tortuga's dice, actually. So
They
that's
do,
a fun
yeah,
little
yeah,
fact.
yeah.
So these may be used at some point tonight. Be sure, again, 18 years of age by the end of the stream, United States of America by the end of the stream, and watching at the end of the
If
stream.
you're on an international flight, get here.
Get here! Or,
now!
get the
We're not
internet
saying
going.
it's impossible.
Seth, tell us what is possible.
Well, it is very possible to watch this stream later.
What
but
a hand.
you have to wait another day or two. So you might as well watch today, otherwise you gotta wait 2 days. Because on Wednesdays, we let the stream loose on social
Small
media,
town.
only YouTube, and all podcast streaming platforms. That's all. Okay, Kyle.
Have a good night. Oh.
Watch today or wait 2 days. The moral of the story over there. We love it. Well, without further ado, which is French for more talking, roll those, not credits, but the logo thing. Last time on Demi-Lich Diaries. It seems like so much happened last episode, so we'll fly through as quick as we can.
Fly.
We were on the back of oh goodness, my brain, everything is not working at the moment. Anyways, you're on Dragon's Cloud, and you were making your way to the docks, and you ran into your nemesis, Garth.
Yes.
The Knoll. Had a little exchange, and just threw some words at one another, and then you headed to your ship, and that ship was the Void Cruiser. The Void Cruiser, which you'll see displayed on our map here, and you met a few important individuals. All right, you met Captain Lahash. His friends call him Hatchet, and you met the Auto Gnome Hobbs. You all got on and kind of got the rundown from the captain before spending the night, one of you getting rather wasted and falling asleep on the nose of the dragon there.
That's a dope song.
And just having a real good time. And then the next morning you woke up and you went to the starting line of the Alkid Regatta, where you had Cassius, the small halfling wizard, sort of start the ceremonies and begin the regatta.
Yeah, I did the whole Dumbledore thing, like
Yeah.
at the beginning, or not Dumbledore. Who's the guy at the World Cup?
At the World Cup, yeah, the Cornelius Fudge.
Is it
The
Cornelius?
Minister
Yeah.
of Magic.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forget it.
He's back.
My son, my boy.
Sorry if you're wearing headphones out there. Watching.
Yeah, we moved. We were appropriate. We were appropriate about it. Anyways,
Procreate about it.
and we were procreating about it. You kind of you waited there at the beginning of the starting race, and things were a little tense as you all were figuring out where to go. And then you realized that you needed to go to Jardine's Fall, and you zoomed forward. You kind
What
of
was the like clue or whatever that we figured out?
it was definitely a
Downfall.
yeah. It was pretty much that was it. Fall. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have it written down in front of me, so I'm not gonna pretend that I
It's
remember
in
it.
your notes from last time.
Exactly.
You don't have those right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote it down
Different
though.
laptop.
Anyways, so you went to Jardine's Fall, which was a large asteroid that was in just sort of a cluster of asteroids in the wild space there, and you split up. We had Giannis stay on the ship with Hobbs and Captain Lahash, while the rest of you, Keeve, Dirk, and Eugene, you put on your fish suits and you headed into the asteroids. Right. And upon getting at the bottom, had a little bit of a scuffle with an astral elf named Star Song. And Eugene, with his wits, his intellect, was able to spot rather easily the mechanism that needed to be put into place to allow you to remove the crystal shard from the spindle. And while you were doing that, Giannis was absolutely massacring some Hadozi pirates, I guess you could say, some Hadozi contestants that were trying to attack the ship. And you guys retrieved this shard, and you were making your way out of Jardine's Fall. And that is where we left off. So we're going to have two of you roll. So Giannis, you're going to roll, and Keeve, we'll have you roll. Cool. Just for whose story we meet up with first.
Okay. Just flat.
Yeah, flat roll.
9.
14. Okay. So we have our three adventures, and I believe you were
cast Fly.
kind of... You cast Fly,
Yeah.
so
We
you
were flying
separated
up.
from the group?
No, I
You
said,
just were
hold
holding on. Okay,
I cast
sweet.
Fly.
Which Fly gives you 60?
And
Okay,
with lack of gravity, it's not very heavy either.
it's true. Still gives you 60,
Yeah.
but yes.
It's a non-heavy 60.
Just not slowed
Yeah.
down by carrying two people with you.
Yes.
It's the same as 60.
That's the move. That's the real move.
So we're going as fast
Science.
as 60.
So you're going 60.
NASA, come on the show.
Flying 65. You're going 60, and you're about halfway out of the pit. And as you looked, you saw tons of competitors sort of spilling over the edge in various fish suits and other sort of machines, kind of like you saw Star Song in her sort of what looked like a dragon, wormling jet ski, quad runner thing. And you guys are heading up. And where are you trying to?
It's a Skydew.
Where are
It's
you
not a
trying to?
Ski-Doo, it's a Skydew.
Skydew. Well done. Yes.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. Skydew. Yes, that's so good.
That's awesome.
How are you exiting this pit? Because this pit is, I believe I said like 75 feet across. It's pretty big, but are you hugging the wall? Are you going down the middle? Are you trying to go through the other adventurers that are pouring over the edge? Because you all came from the same direction, so most of you are spilling over the same side.
Yep.
I'm gonna need you guys to keep an eye out if there's anybody coming at us.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see if there are people indeed coming at us.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, roll a
Nice
perception
Superman
check for me.
fly.
And how are you guys holding on to him?
Ooh,
Just like
rough.
hand on the ankle sort of
Probably
thing?
just On his cape.
On his cape?
I mean, or that cloak
So
thing.
so he doesn't have a cloak anymore because you're in the fish suits. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. I can't wait. Yeah, I'll just grab his ankle then.
he's like, my cloak is over my face.
It's in the
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh crap!
So much fabric in this small area.
Yeah, I got a 6.
A 6. Okay. You we'll say that you're kind of on the inside as you're flying up, so you can't really look past Kiev too well to see if anyone is really like clocking you. Yeah. You do see Star Song because she got the head start on you guys. Kind of curve over the edge and make it out as you guys are about halfway up.
I'll do
the same thing?
Sort of look around. Kind of. What can I gather? 13 base roll. Am I adding?
Perception.
Okay, that's gonna be a 23 then.
So you notice that after about, you see maybe 20 individuals going over the edge, and now it's like a constant waterfall going down. You recollect that there were probably only about like 15 to 20 shards on that spindle, so you realize this is bad news.
Did we grab extra shards?
You grabbed one, and then when you two, I think you maybe tried to grab another one, and then it was the resistance. He couldn't grab it, I believe. But you guys tore off because you just saw all these people coming. So as about half of the group is down, you see that the people towards the top are sort of starting to stop their movement and are looking. You see some of them have looked at Star Song go past and look towards you, and the shard is still glowing kind of that golden hue.
Son of a bee.
So you see the people are looking at you.
Okay.
So
I can't do anything. I gotta focus on flying.
I'm gonna prepare an action.
Okay.
Just if anyone
Perfect.
like gets within like 30 feet of us and is like coming at us, so
Yeah.
I can tell they're coming.
For
through,
sure.
That'll be the trigger for
Okay.
what I want to do.
Okay, cool. So just an attack action is what you're doing. Okay, awesome.
I've got my grappling hook in
Yeah.
hand, and I think I'm looking for any opportunity to get us quickly back to the ship.
Okay,
Uh,
cool. Because we did kind of give the, as you shot it, you caught up with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, what's that?
Sorry, I thought you were talking about something else, but I remember the crater, like the ship came and made it so the deck was like flat.
Was upside down
it's
to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, you're looking ready to grapple.
Yeah.
If needs be. Okay, awesome. Very good. And where are you flying the gang? Close to the wall, middle?
Middle.
Okay. As you're kind of hugging the wall to start, you go to the middle because there's a few, what's the word? Extrusion? Protrusion? There's stuff freaking sticking out of the wall. Some rocks, and then some also like mining equipment and things like that. So you sort of move so that you're not having to deal with that. And as you go into the middle, you do notice one individual who doesn't have a fish suit on, who is just in this sort of like plate armor that is floating towards you, and it looks like they have like an air bubble around their head, and you can tell that it's a dragonborn. And as they're floating towards you, you just sort of see this snarl as they're looking. You look at the two of you holding on, and I'm assuming you're Supermaning your way.
Oh, the whole way.
So you've got the shard out in front of you, like this
Yep.
light, like bam, bam, bam. And so he looks at that light and he starts making his move towards the light. What do you?
So is it like that you're grabbing onto his ankle and he's in front? So does that mean I'm holding onto you?
I think you're both on one of his legs.
okay.
Is the way that I pictured it.
He probably
But-
just started flying.
Yeah, you both are like. "Gah!" Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So well,
roll.
he enters
It's my
that
attack
30
action,
foot
right? Okay.
space.
So with that, I'm just gonna throw one of my psychic daggers at him
Sick.
to try and get that going.
Okay.
That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Cool. It's not a sneak attack because he's looking right at me.
Yeah.
But that is still 1d6 plus 6. And that's 1 plus 6, so that's 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
Um,
And it's just psychic damage, right? There's no bludgeoning or anything like that. It is just
Yeah,
like,
it's
okay,
just
cool,
psychic.
cool.
Can I like see if that deters him within my turn before I use my bonus action, or do I need to decide if I use that first? Because I realize it's my turn, and it's kind of weird to take 2 seconds of my 6-second thing to...
I mean, yeah, I think you'd always, with these psychic daggers, you're always like, you're quick to know what did this do
if
to
I
him.
need to get off in the
And as you get that one to him, you can tell that it hits him, and he kind of like, because this is all, he's coming down and you guys are going up, so he's trying to like kind of meet a trajectory of where you're going to go. And as that happens, it swerves him off just enough, and you guys are moving much faster than he is, that you can tell that put him off trajectory enough that you're like, he's not going to be able to grab us. I think we're okay. So as you throw that towards him, that purple flash just sort of travels through space and hits just right where the bubble is, and he just,
Perfect.
And as he opens his eyes, he realizes like, and he tries to like, he's about to turn and follow you, but then he looks down and sees that there's
Somebody else.
and he turns and
Okay. How far are we? How far are we from the
So-
void?
So now I would say that you are Void Cruiser. You're about 3/4 of the way out of the pit, so you've still got a quarter of the way to go. And then from there, it's probably about 300 feet to
Until we
get
get
to
our
the
air
ship.
bubble.
Until you are in the air bubble, yes,
Okay.
of the ship. Because the air bubble of the ship, let me pull that open actually, so I've got that.
200.
It's
feet or
like,
something that.
yeah, it's pretty big. So, anyways,
So how far? Sorry, how far are we from the air bubble of the ship?
the air bubble of the ship, you're still probably like 150 yards.
Okay,
Yeah.
so significant amount of.
Yeah,
we're
you're
Not-
still
There's not anybody else getting close to us or anything.
at the moment. No, from what you can tell, that was kind of the one dude. But you guys are moving fast enough. By the time people recognize you, they're like
Okay.
these.
And this
Yeah.
Star Song chick, how far out in front of us is she?
She's
You, she's already
Yeah,
like
she's
gone
gone,
over
so,
the edge,
okay.
so you can't. tell
Then
him.
I won't
Okay.
do anything else about it. So
Okay.
cool. Thanks. Yeah, I just
All
wanted to
right.
make sure before I canceled out everything with that turn. I wanted to.
Yeah. No.
make sure.
Exactly.
So, thanks.
Exactly. Sick. Okay. We are going to move back over to the Void Cruiser really quick. Let me just pull this up very quickly. So yeah, so it was just so we all remember with one another. So yeah, it's 420 feet all the way across from the bombard, because this is 140 feet. So it's another length of the ship
On
in
both sides and
each direction. Yeah. So, okay. So, we're back at the Void Cruiser. And Captain Lahash is still manning the spell-jamming helm. And there's a bit of a lull for a moment after you demolished that last Hadozi that took a little bit more persuading than the other two. You could tell that Hobbs is still kind of laying on the deck, not really moving.
Well, I'll go help him up for sure.
So as you go over and you lift him up, he's just sort of like, "Oh no, I'm fine. You can just leave me here. I don't get hit if I don't move."
Where's the fun in that?
The fun is not dying.
Let me help you up.
Okay. Against my will, and you just like set him up, and he just sort of
We're
goes.
robots, we don't have will.
Captain Lash is like, "Oh no, yeah, listen to this guy. I like the way he thinks. All right, Hobbs, if you're scared, you can go into the lower deck." And he's just like, "Oh, thank you." And he just,
Captain, I think I needed
exits.
his help.
how do you need his help?
I'm just joking.
All right, okay, you're doing good there. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
You pretty good with that Tetsubo, eh?
Yes, I've had it my entire existence.
Oh, looks like we've got someone coming from beneath.
I was actually going to ask.
Yeah.
Up, how deep can I see into the fall?
So you kind of moved away from directly over, just so
Gotcha.
that, because this whole time, especially as soon as someone started to attack, he started to sort of maneuver,
Sweet.
so he's not just a sitting duck.
Perfect.
So, and yeah, he tells you, something's coming from beneath, and you're like,
I'm talking way too coherently for being in a rage, by the way.
Oh, that's true. I mean, did you drop out of your rage, or
No,
are you still in your rage?
I'm still in it.
Good to know. I like.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that note.
I think not
that's
every
good.
rage is the same.
Yeah.
It's a moment of brevity while you're fuming.
I feel like maybe it's the Black Panther suit type thing that you're just like charging up the rage within you to then
like that.
release
And then you press B.
and just demolish
I
stuff.
push A to fight, actually.
Yeah, A to fight, but B to release the rage.
Shade of
power.
red.
Yeah.
But you hear him say that you have company coming from beneath, and in your rage you wouldn't. This wouldn't sort of clock your radar of like how does he know that? So forget that.
Yeah.
Audience, remember it. And as that happens, I want you to roll a perception check.
A wedding perception.
So, yeah, I don't know why. 19.
19. So on what are we again? The right side is
Starboard.
starboard.
Yes.
Left side is
Port.
Port.
Port
Okay.
is 4 letters, like left.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Starboard is Starbucks. Right
Decision to make
away.
Go to Starbucks right
Instant
away.
coffee.
Okay.
every day for the next 10 days.
Okay. Anyways, on the port side of the ship, you hear kind of a thud. You hear a brief thud,
We've been boarded.
but then you don't hear anything else.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn and face that direction. I'm not gonna walk
Okay.
towards that. I'm gonna just, yeah.
Prepare yourself in that direction. Okay. And then Captain Lahash goes, "It feels like we've got two of them here. Be ready. I don't know which way they're going. I've got to keep us moving." And as that happens, you sort of look up above you, and the asteroid just starts to shift this way and sort of pull away. And as that happens, we cut back to the group, and you guys have now crested the edge of Jardine's Fall, and you see that what once was, only going to be about, 200 to 300 feet away, it's about another, 250 yards to get to where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily he did move the ship away from where everyone else is, but as you scan around now, it's much more pockmarked with all these other ships starting to fill in all of these different spaces. So what are you guys going to do?
Focus.
Focus?
That's all I can do.
Okay. So you're just focused, just
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Well, if I break focus, I
flying
won't fly
requires
anymore.
concentration.
You can cast other spells that don't require concentration at the same time.
I'm going to concentrate.
Sorry, that's not
I'm
me
gonna
trying to be like,
concentrate
I'm just being like, you
spells.
can do other stuff, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you.
That's why I like you.
So, but you're just
I think I can.
Yeah,
I think I
So I guess I'm gonna say Dirk looks up at Eugene. He goes, "Hey Eugene, thanks
Yeah.
for getting us out of that pickle."
Hey, it's an asteroid, but you're welcome.
no. I said big hole,
No, I said
not pickle.
I said big hole.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a pretty big crater. Pretty wide.
What's happening?
Very wide.
You're just not
indeed.
gonna give him
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. Do I see anything else in it coming from?
Are you
another
looking
direction?
for anything in
Yeah,
particular?
I think Dirk's gonna look up and start scanning, and like he's looking at the trajectory in which we would try to get onto the ship. But
Okay.
do I see anything else in that direction?
Roll for me.
12.
Concentration.
12. Nothing necessarily at the moment that kind of sticks out. You do see that there are a couple not as big of craters as Jardine's Fall was on.
Mm-hmm.
Much smaller, but kind of still floating in between you and the ship, so it's not just like a big open shot straight there. There are a few asteroids kind of floating in your way in order for you to get there.
Okay.
So
I'm probably just going to keep. I mean, I'll prepare another action if
anything-
anything gets within a threat level.
Same.
throw level midnight.
Level
Okay. But you're just heading towards the ship, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. We're going to head back to Giannis on the Void Cruiser. So as this happens, you roll one more perception check for me.
Oh boy.
21.
21. You hear something more prominently coming from behind you.
Okay.
You hear more noises kind of scraping up the edge of the ship a little bit. More behind you, but you hear them on both sides.
But then I'm just going to turn and put my back towards the captain. That way I can kind of, on either side of my visor, be able to detect when they come up.
Okay. So, what's happening right
Ready.
now?
I'm so ready.
You
We
okay,
good?
bud?
Yes.
Okay, so
I have a question.
Yes,
I know
yes,
that
yes, yes.
I'm in my own combat, but do our ballistas, are they full like 360 tilting, or do they just shoot horizontally from the side?
your
of the-
ballistas, you can move in any direction. The cannon is obviously set.
Sure.
So,
Arcane.
yes.
Omnidirectional.
Yeah, you can move those. However, but remember those do require
2,
3.
3.
Three
And the
actions.
cannon takes 4.
4 actions for the cannon, 3
Sweet.
actions for the ballista. So,
Or if you include this.
but I don't believe the ballistas have been shot yet.
No.
The cannon
They're
was
reloaded.
shot and not reloaded, but the ballistas are.
I thought we reloaded the cannon. No, we did not.
I
You're
was gonna
right.
say, I
Yeah.
don't believe I remember.
We
hearing
loaded
that.
everything to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as you hear that, you see climb over the edge another Hadozi warrior. And as he jumps up over the edge, he's going to. I know this guy has a sword, but you see him actually pull a musket and aim a musket at you. And he is going to fire. So that is a 16 to hit.
Misses.
No dice. Okay.
Well.
So he misses that first one. And this sort of just blast of black powder kind of goes out. And misses, hits into the wall behind you. And that is its turn. So
Well, then, I would like to approach this Hadozi and just go, not even for the head, but just like across the chest area with my
Okay.
Tetsubo.
go for it.
That's a good one.
Good one.
24. 25 to hit.
Hits.
And 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then
What's that feat you were using last time?
what?
What's the feat you were using last time?
Thank you. Feet. I was using part of my
Was it a maneuver?
yeah, so part of it he'll have to roll a thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
It's thunderous blows. It's part of my path of the juggernaut. And he needs to beat a 16.
Strength save, right?
Yes.
Or is it? Okay. He does not.
Okay, on a failure, it pushes my target 5 feet in any direction I choose. So I'm going to knock him.
You want him overboard?
Yep, I want to knock him off again.
Okay. You knock him over. Are you using your... I haven't played a barbarian in a long time. Is there any extra damage you need to deal with your barbarian, or did you already have that?
So, no, there is extra damage if I just want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Nope, that has objects and structures, this one specifically. No, if it was a critical, yes.
Okay, cool. I
But
just
yeah,
wanted to make
otherwise,
sure.
no, I do
Okay.
not.
Awesome. Yeah, this hits. You hear the crack of his rib cage as he flips over backwards. You don't hear anything for a second, and then you hear a soft on the other side of the ship. And as that happens, behind you pops up. No, not that guy.
An old friend.
Another Hadozi.
Then I'm going to go back to that other side and do the same thing.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit on these guys?
16 does hit.
Okay. With 9 points of damage, and he needs to make this same strength save.
Okay. 17.
Yep.
Okay.
Hit it.
Sweet. So yeah, you hit him, but he's sort of able to steady himself.
Sure.
Okay. All right. And with that, we're gonna go back to our gang. You have been flying through space, moving as quick as you can, and it was quite a distance, but sort of as you find the Void Cruiser, you see that it starts moving back in your direction, closing the gap, and as it moves close, it kind of is hovering above these two asteroids that are just floating beneath it, and you see on the bottom of this ship a Hadozi fighter who is just clutching its chest, standing. Oh, wait, no. You guys would see the top. Sorry. So never mind. Scratch that. So they're upside down. So you were watching. You just watched as he gets close enough, smacks this other Hadozi. And you are close enough now that you are going to be able to engage. You're going to be able to enter in whatever way. So I'm going to let the three of you get a surprise maneuver, like a surprise movement turn. And then after that, we'll roll initiative for everyone to join the fray. So if you're just like, I just want to get on a ship, that's fine.
I think the way that I want to get on the ship, though, is that I use the grappling hook to, like, hook it around this crystal.
The crystal
right here. Okay. And I have it pull us all in.
Okay.
And then as it pulls us in, like, I do this little invert, like superhero landing.
Heck
right on the deck of the ship.
Yeah.
Can I use the invert that he's doing to flick me into that guy and tackle him off the side?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. And fly is an hour, right? It lasts for an hour.
It's
like you had plenty of time.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. So you're like, because you've been going for the bottom.
It could be why he uses the grappling hook.
Yeah.
We're like,
and then maybe on the foot. And because he's still holding on to Eugene when he flips, he's holding him upside down once he...
Yes.
See, and then it whips me because I'm on the
holding his foot. Yeah, holding him by his foot. I love that.
That's so good.
Okay, so that you smash this individual.
Like a wet noodle.
Yeah. Whiplash. So as that happens, you get smacked. You wait until the last moment because the flying sort of putters out, and you guys are still moving with your same momentum in. But Eugene is just like, that's all I got.
That's what I have.
And you float, and you're able to gauge the distance perfectly. This grappling hook the distance of it is perfectly set that you are that, what did I say, 140 feet? It's like 160 feet. So 20 feet outside of the bubble, you could still grab the ship and pull yourself in.
Yeah.
So as that happens, you grab it, you come pulling in, and the second that you guys enter, you flip yourself before you kind of get in so that you're ready, and then you use that momentum to sort of spin and push off towards the Hadozi Explorer. Let's have you make an acrobatics just check to make sure that you land on him, and then we'll do some damage.
It's 26 on the acrobatics.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
With that, we'll have you roll. What's your what's it called? Unarmored strike.
Unarmed
strike.
The damage on it, or what do you mean?
Damage on it. Yeah. Because it should be like your strength.
It says just 4 bludgeoning. It doesn't even
4
say
bludgeoning.
roll it. It just says 4 bludgeoning.
Yeah, because it should be. I think it's just your strength. Is your strength modifier a 4?
No, it's a 3.
A 3. Okay, weird.
I might have like a
something. Anyways,
a feet thing.
So with that, because you rolled so well, I'm gonna say that literally like both of your feet are gonna count. So you just deal 8 damage to this Hadozi just right away, and he's now prone. Or restrained. If you want him restrained, where you're controlling him.
Literally.
You were trying to hit him off. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
Like, tackle him off the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll say that just as you go.
And then, as I have him, I can stab him.
Yeah.
If he'll allow it. But
so you're wanting to go over with him, is what you're saying. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Because the gravity fields was explained to me, so I know we'll probably wrap around.
But it depends. Yeah, depends on
how fast we're going.
Because if you're cooking with a full 140 feet, you're able to hit this dude pretty hardcore. So, but yeah, you definitely are able to hit him. As you hit him, you deal 8 points of damage, and the two of you go kind of spinning as you hit over the edge, kind of off into this direction.
Okay.
So yeah, the two of you hit off of that and start your tussle into the gravity bubble around. Eugene, are you doing anything in particular with your kind of extra move, or Not so much.
That's the only Hadozi we have on board, right? Or is there another one?
that you can see?
No, we only see the one.
I'll do a...
You want to roll a perception check for me, Eric?
Yes, sir.
Eve, sorry.
That's a crit 1.
Okay. You're tangled up. You don't see anything. You don't get a good view of the underside. You're, spinning too much.
Gravity stab.
Heck, I'll crawl over the side. Well, no, I still have the suit on, right?
Yeah, you've still got your suit on.
It takes a freaking suit
I'm
off.
holding you in my right hand or my left hand.
Upside down.
Ah, let go.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
Got a lot of blood in my head.
You
A lot
you
of blood in the
go
cloak.
you go to take the helmet off, and you're holding the crystal
Yeah.
in one hand. And so you take the helmet off, and as you start going, you are trying to let go of the crystal
Oh, shoot.
to set it down, and you're unable to let go of this crystal.
This cursed crystal.
Your grip is firm, and you're just staring at your hand now, trying to open it, and it's just glowing, that golden crystalline light from it. With that, let's roll initiative right quick.
All of us, yeah?
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
25.
Crit 1.
That doesn't matter. I know.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Wait, what's the is there any addition?
So you rolled what? Sorry. 21, 20?
25.
Oh, 25, 20?
Yeesh.
Strong
Okay.
quattro.
Strong quattro.
Ah,
My
it's a
brother.
strong quattro.
Strong quattro.
That's Spanish for at least more than 3.
Good to see
What did you guys roll for your initiative?
Quattro.
Quattro. Oh, that's why you were saying quattro. So
Si, señor.
okay.
28.
Spinach.
28.
28.
Why you
Okay.
gotta do that?
Goodness gracious.
What do you
Got
get?
an 11.
So
I got a 28 because I have an 11, isn't it?
Wow.
Love that.
all right. So we had Kiev with a 28. We had Eugene with a 25. We had Giannis with a 20. Goodness gracious, you guys. And we had
Dark with a
Dirk
strong
with
4.
a 4. Okay,
Very
perfect.
strong 4.
Alrighty. Okay, so as you all land and you sort of execute that maneuver, you're reunited with Giannis. And the second that happens and you are on this, you see the ship start to turn so that the crater is facing away and spin. And this is extremely weird for you as you're falling. The disorientation of you spinning and then the world actually spinning as well. So it's like a hyper spinning you. You're just like,
Tilt-a-whirl.
and as that happens, this Hadozi just barfs all over into the it just like sprays everywhere as the wind's been knocked out of him and everything. And yeah, he sort of rights the ship, as it were, to the orientation of the asteroid. And you hear Captain Lahash saying, "Right, I think it's time for us to get out of here as far as we can, eh? Get away from all these people.
My friend is overboard.
I mean, as long as he doesn't go too far away. You watch out for him, eh, Dirk? You make sure that he's not going too far."
Oh yeah, I'll even go get him.
"Okay, works for me."
Yeah.
He's just like, "Looks like we got some more company as well." And as he goes and he starts to float away, you look off and you see a familiar skiff coming towards you. And this skiff has
another one?
That's why he was so protective about me
Some-
looking over there.
company
Makes sense now.
on it.
3 deep.
I want it to be like a
Turn.
Fisher Price
Three.
boat.
Uh,
Like it's a little tug.
Before this, that's what it was gonna be. I had a game. It's this penguin balancing game, and I was like,
Yay.
"That's what it's gonna be. I'll just repaint it."
The little people tugboat.
Big world.
Oh,
Oh.
love it.
So Tyler, you'll have to help me know when this
Yes,
is
yes.
out. Okay.
That is sexy.
Oh my god.
Hey, is that
I'm gonna
Dill
just-
Hole over there?
Tell me this.
No, Dill Knoll, actually.
No.
Okay.
What's up?
All right.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Sweet. As this sort of
I'd like to point out
Pulls-
he did not shake my hand when we met him earlier. Very rude.
What an a-hole.
as this skiff pulls up, As Captain Lahash rights the ship and starts kind of moving away, it's sort of like drifting sideways and then turning the bow of the ship forward. This skiff is upside down and then just kind of like comes in sideways, and right before it enters the gravity field, it just levels out, and then as it does, it sort of floats down next to you, and you see out standing at the top with that bow and arrow. You see Garth,
God,
and he's got this just aimed right at you, and you see these two other gnolls just absolutely just, and they are making their way towards you, and
One of them that's like, shut up, Gary.
I hate you.
God, why did we bring him?
okay.
His dad owns the boat.
So with that, yeah, we're gonna go to the top of the order, which is our main man Keeve.
Spinning.
I'm holding on to this guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Still, and he just threw up.
Yes, sir.
I assume it got on me.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
But you are still wearing your fish suit, so
That I am.
That
It's
is
not really-
good.
oh, but I don't need to be.
no, right now you do not.
Can I say that while we watched the skiff come in, that I took my fish suit off?
Yeah, you were able to. You're
Yeah.
quick, like, and you
Yeah.
jump, and it's like, so yeah, you've got the quick removal, and as it drops and hits, you see Hobbs sort of crawl out from underneath and come over, and he's running up to grab the fish suits.
That's what he cares about most.
Yeah.
Is there like
Got to
a
keep a tidy deck.
face plate or like a? Do I have to take the whole?
Got to
like-
take the whole thing off.
And that probably takes an action or a bonus action. Yeah.
I mean, with 6 seconds, you could twist the top off, and then
Toss the helmet.
it's getting the second. It'd be a full action to remove.
But I could just pop the helmet for
Yeah, I'd say you could
Okay.
pop the helmet, and I'll let you do one more action, like one attack.
So
You
I
could
can
do an
pop my
attack.
helmet as a bonus action as well.
Yes, there we go.
Cool.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Just for my action economy.
Yeah.
Then I won't bother with it. It's not that important. I'll just use one of my blades to attack him.
Okay.
Got my, I'm literally attached to him.
Yeah. So roll with advantage because you have him grappled at the moment.
22 or a 14. So
The-
22.
22 does it.
Great. That'll be 8 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
That probably doesn't kill him, I would
No.
imagine.
No.
Can I know it's hard because it's 3D and whatever, relative to where I am, can I see the skiff that just came in?
As you are kind of spinning and stuff, you notice that something has entered, but you're seeing the bottom of it, so you aren't able to fully process what it is or anything.
Okay.
Because as far as you know, it could be an asteroid, because he's having to like keep that 140
Sure.
feet distance
Sure,
from
sure,
any
sure.
asteroids and stuff. Because the second you fly too close to one,
Yeah.
it'd
Pull
fall
this
onto your ship
mass thing, right?
if it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. How far is the skiff from me? I guess is my.
So during the 6 seconds, we'll say you will have fallen like probably only like 20 feet in that direction.
Okay.
So at the moment you're about to enter that oscillating orbit where you're not going to land on the ship with the direction you're aiming at the moment. So
But how far is the skiff away?
it's on the opposite side. So I mean, let's say 60 plus your distance, like probably like 110 feet.
Okay. Dang. I will. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do the psychic teleportation, where I throw one of my blades. I was trying to get to the skiff, but it's too far, so I'll just get to the bottom of ours.
Okay.
And I'd like to land behind that Hadozi that was on the bottom of our ship, because I can see it now.
Okay.
I don't know if he's standing up or laying down or whatever. I'd like to be behind him to try and be
Sneaky.
undetected by him, if that's at all possible.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I need to roll a d10 first to see if I can even make it. Because that determines how far I can go.
For sure.
30 feet. 3 times 10, so 30.
Okay. So from where you are to the ship, yeah, because I was saying you're about 20 feet away. So that's like right to the edge. I'm going to say that also just with you spinning and stuff, you're not able to get the
Perfect.
to like
That I
sneak
want.
behind,
Sure.
but you're like parallel to him. So he will see you, but
Okay.
you're able to get on the bottom of the ship.
And I guess like even if I don't get right to the ship, I'll get close and then gravity.
And then
will
you can grab
me
you. Yeah,
down. So-
exactly. Yeah, as long as you're above it, yeah, gravity will pull you back.
So I'll
onto
just
it.
be standing on the bottom of the boat on this turn.
Okay.
Cool.
Sweet. Okay. All right. And with that,
I don't know how you want to.
next is that's going to be anything on the bottom is theater of the mind to this point.
Take me off, so
I'm just going to do it back here for myself so I
okay,
can
cool.
like visually think of where you are in comparison to it. Okay. Wonderful. So, yeah, all right. We are Eugene, it's your turn now.
How far away are these knolls from us?
They are about
about?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is the closest, 35 the farthest.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I've got the suit off. It's attached to the hand basically, right?
You
Wait, he can't
you
pull
would
the
be
full suit
dragging the
fully.
suit.
Okay. I'm just gonna wad it around my hand, if that's okay.
It'll be the whole suit.
How big is this suit?
Well,
I
as
mean,
big as
it's
you.
the size of your body. So it's like a
Yeah.
snowsuit wrapped around
Cut
your
it off.
your
Punch somebody.
your body,
Just the
or
fabric.
your
Just
hand.
like
Yeah, I could do that.
You Hobbs comes over and he sees that you're struggling. You're like,
Yeah.
"Gah." He's like, "Oh, are you trying to just keep the glove portion on?"
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. There's going to be a clasp on the left side. No, your other left. There you go.
Port.
I have trouble with that too.
You're going to push it in, and then you're going to just slide your finger around. No, the finger that you pushed with. There, yeah. And as you do that, it and sort of detaches enough that you're able to sort of slide.
That.
So you've got this chunky glove that's still holding
Yeah.
the crystal.
Okay.
Is it in your right or your left hand? Left hand.
It's in my left.
Oh man, that could have been terrible. Thank you, Hobbs.
Anything to help.
Okay.
And then he looks over the edge here, and he's gonna walk onto the side of the boat with his feet,
Okay.
and that should give him how much. If he's
You're
standing
how
on the-
tall?
I am
3 feet?
3 feet tall. So if he's standing on the side of the boat,
So to
just-
make it 17 feet away.
I mean, the boat does kind of go out like this, so it might
'Cause,
give him
like,
the extra.
5, 10, 15. If you're there, we'll say like 13 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna go there then.
Okay. So
Do you want
I think, yeah, he's
that
cool.
actually is pretty good. It
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
He's
from
just
here.
kind of laying.
to? Oh, I didn't see you laid it down.
Yeah.
Dude, that
This
looks
cup
cool.
is perfect.
Yeah,
and
it
like,
looks pretty
That
good.
looks cool on the
Nice.
stream, dude. Just-
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
you're laying down, and what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I'm gonna look at the closest hyena, the closest knoll, and I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath.
What do you know?
Okay. What are the components for that? Is it the V, S, and M?
1BA.
So it says V, S, and M. So it's verbal, somatic, and material based. The only reason I say this is because for the somatic portions, usually it requires the movement of both of your hands in a certain
Oh,
way.
shoot.
So I'm not saying that you can't cast it, but is it a ranged attack? Do you have to roll to hit, or is it just like
ranged.
a cone?
It's ranged. It's a cone. A 15-foot cone, basically.
Okay. So Dragon's Breath is what it was called?
Uh-huh.
Just gives you like a breath weapon, right?
Okay.
So in somatic, that's what somatic means. I have to move my fingers.
Somatic, yeah. So verbal is you have to be saying
Interesting.
something. So you say something and you move your hands, and as you're doing it, I'm gonna say that because you moved yourself to make that extra bit, you're able to cast this still, but you kind of just take a mental note of, oh man, this may
This is
complicate things for me. Because what level of spell is it?
I'm using it as a 5th level. It is
Oh, jeez
generally
Louise.
a 3rd, I believe.
Okay.
It's a 2nd level. I'm using it as a 5th,
Okay. All right.
if that works.
I'm gonna to teach Eugene
A
with
lesson?
this. Not a lesson, but you aren't able to have the power that you were expecting because your hand is locked in this certain way. So I'm gonna say you cast it at a 5th level, but you can only do a 4th level spell slot's worth of damage. So
Okay.
it still goes the distance. It still does that stuff, but like,
How does a 4th level? So, okay, so I'm going to cast it at a 5th level. Which I just,
and you're just targeting the first dude because that's kind of the
yeah, the closest one.
one you can reach.
So you add 2d6 rather than
Yeah.
2d6.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cast. No, thank you. Thank you. Dragon's Breath. Okay. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
All of them
Dexterity
do.
saving throw
Well, all of them do if they're within that cone.
15-foot cone.
from you. So yeah, 5, 10, 15. So we'll say these two.
Okay.
And maybe that'll be okay. Rather than the damage, I didn't know it was a dexterity save. We'll give them advantage on the dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Does that sound
yeah,
fair?
So
Do we
I'll
all
still
like
cast
the
it I like
the
it.
logic there?
That's good.
So
What kind of weapon? What element?
Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's cool. Dexterity saving throw. Is that what you said?
Yes.
So the first one rolled an 18. We'll say the guy behind rolls the 18, and the guy in front rolled a 7. So
Cool.
yeah,
18 wins. Dexterity saving throw.
Takes half.
Yep.
'Kay.
So failed takes half damage. Okay, so I gotta roll 66.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I said that the one
Yeah,
would
yeah.
get advantage. So they actually do both save.
They both save?
Yeah. So they still take the damage,
Son
but just
of a
half.
bee.
Does their boat take any damage?
Yes, it does actually.
Is there stats in all?
All
armor
boats,
classes?
all boats have stats.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So I can mess with them if I want to.
Yes.
That's
Hey, one exploding.
Heyo.
And that was a 4, by the way. Before the other one.
Okay.
So you had 3 4s and a 6. So
So 12 plus 6 is
18.
18. 2 more.
And then the one that exploded too.
22.
So you had 20.
23.
And then the one that
more.
exploded. Yep.
28 lightning damage.
28
Not bad.
lightning
Half,
damage.
So it's
We
14,
like it.
right?
But
Yeah.
Still, a good chunk of damage.
These
dude.
these two both. I mean, you light them up, and this sort of chainmail that they've got on them, like, just lingers. The static afterwards
Heck yeah.
singes the edges of their manes, and these braids that they've got going on. Like, yeah. So 14, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. That you hear some yips out of.
I kind of want to say that his gills flail out and
fronds,
there's
yeah.
static between all of them, basically
That's dope.
linking. So
That's way sick. And as that happens, you see that the kind of conduction around this crystal just sort of like sticks around for a while, and it's just sort of sparking.
crystal in my hand.
The crystal in your hand, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, well played. Okay, you moving at all anymore? Or you
I moved
staying
to
put?
the edge of the boat. I mean, I have. No, I'm gonna stay there. I'm
'Kay.
gonna stay there.
All right, sounds good. All right. Next up is Giannis. Your turn.
So I need to make a correction. That
Okay.
save for the thunderous blows
Mhm.
is 17, not 16.
Okay.
Moving forward, I'll remember that.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's not a Hadozi by me any longer.
At the moment, there is not.
Okay, and I see these guys roll up.
Absolutely.
So how far? I know you just answered all this,
No, you're good.
but how far is where no handshakes McGee? How far away is he?
He would be like 40 feet from you.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a duty that I.
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
Big guy.
I was. It's the only problem with having only like melee weapons. I don't have anything I could shoot. Could I ready myself? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do resolute stance
Okay.
and contemporarily refocus their combat ability to make yourself a bulwark of defense. At the start of my turn, no action required. I can assume a defensive stance that lasts until the start of my next turn. While in this stance, I can't be grappled, and any attacks against me have disadvantage.
Okay. Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just help remind me of that when
Sure.
time comes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You take this stance and you kind
I'm
of
gonna
still
move as close as I can to the captain, though, like down
So you
by
go
his feet.
up a level.
Where the water.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go up a level there and you take this defensive stance. Love
Sweet.
it. All right. So next up.
Also, sorry, I should add, I forgot to, this caveat right here. My weapon attacks also have disadvantage because I'm resoluting myself to this defensive demeanor around him.
Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. So as this takes place, you see coming crawling up on the bottom. The Hadozi that's kind of like holding his chest looks towards you as you land, and it is going to pull out a light crossbow from its back and just aim and take a shot at you.
Okay.
That is a miss. A 7, I'm assuming, is a miss.
A what?
A 7.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he sort of aims, but he's... and as it does, you notice, and you just sort of dodge down, and he shoots and fires right over the top of you.
Actually, he needed to roll with disadvantage.
He needs to roll... I'm going to say because your cloak is beneath your fish suit, like the effect isn't
That's
quite
just-
doing the thing.
That's just fine, yeah.
So yeah, he shoots, and then as that happens, he just doesn't have anything. And as that sort of goes, you look behind to see kind of where the bolt goes, and you see the Hadozi that you were grappling with has opened up its sort of freaking wings, and
wings.
as that happens, it's going to glide back down, straight down, curve over the edge, and land right here and look directly at you, Dirks. And as it does so, just make sure that it does have this. You see the other one, you saw the other one shot you with a musket, and this one pulls over and aims at you. But because he's aiming across this, I'm going to say that you have a quarter cover, which... I'm trying to remember how much that adds to your ace. 25 cents.
He's coin operated.
So partial cover.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So half cover adds a +2 bonus to your AC. So we'll say you have half cover because he's directly like that.
Okay.
So he's going to shoot. And goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
13 to hit.
What's the
Your-
what's that? My armor.
Yeah, your armor class.
16, so-
16, so no. So miss.
Mhm.
So yeah, as it does that, and it will be an 18 with the cover that you've got, shoots, and you're able to just sort of duck out of the way as well as soon as it goes, and it goes flying past you. With that, you hear these two gnolls in the back that are rather pissed. And I forgot to put the mini out, and I don't think I have it by me, so we digress. The middle guy on this is sitting on a spell jamming helm.
I see.
The middle guy is.
The middle guy is, yeah. And
It's
so,
just a smaller chair. Is that?
yes,
kinda
it's
cool. It's
it's
like-
very
okay.
much so, yeah.
It's like a
It looks
stool.
like a bar stool type
Cool.
thing, like
Cool.
with a tiny little backrest on it and everything. And actually, sorry, really quick.
Can I ask you a question about these while we're kind
Yes.
of talking about the boats?
Absolutely.
I remember when we first got to it, they talked to us about a little bit about how they work, not a whole ton.
Yeah.
They mentioned like an engine of sorts, or is it like
It's
purely
arcana.
magic that drives this
Purely
thing?
magic.
Okay.
If the spell jamming helm is not being... So the magic, I would say, that it has is imbued into the ship to provide the gravity plane at all times. That's the real only magic that this spelljamming helms have.
Okay.
So like even if no one is in the helm, the gravity field still
Right.
works and is
It is
occupied.
moved with magic.
it
It's
is
not
moved
like
with
an
magic,
engine thing
exactly.
That I'm going to be able to find something.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank
So
you.
that's so if the spelljamming helm is removed or taken off, that's a thing. I don't believe that if you take damage while being in the spelljamming helm. Sorry, I just kind of had that realization that I need to know about that. So
Does the ship take damage in its stead?
ships can
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the
Part of
crew.
the ship, part of the crew.
Can you like Halo hijack someone out of a spell jamming helm?
If you have magic.
Swing
Yeah.
around, double
Uh-huh.
foot kick them.
Yeah.
Okay, create spelljamming helm. So spelljamming helm. Sorry, gang. Just want to make sure. GP space, you can steer the vessel at any time you can see. Yeah, okay. So as long as the person is awake and in the chair, it's good to go. So, okay. Anyways,
But
sorry.
They can take damage while they're
They
in
can take damage while they're in it. Yep. Because it's basically like the bond between you and the helm that you've created. It doesn't require concentration. You can't like cast any other spells while you're in it, but you can take damage and still have it be. Okay. My goodness.
Thank you.
So the middle guy sitting in the chair, and you see as you look at this Hadozi that just shot at you, whizzing through the air comes a arrow that just flies past and embeds itself into the shoulder of this Hadozi explorer. That is 7 piercing damage. And then another one. Oh. Comes flying through, dealing. So you see 2 arrows just straight into this Hadozi, and looks over, and Garth, just smiling with that mohawk as he's just loosed the 2, goes to grab another arrow. As that happens, this spelljamming helm is going to move directly towards you, Eugene, so that it is close enough that this gnoll is going to look at your hand, clutching this crystal, and is going to reach out and attempt to grapple you. So let's do a little grapple
Strength v
contest.
strength?
That was a good one.
Do you like the grap hole joke I made?
Yeah, I like that.
Thanks, I hate it.
He wasn't a fan.
Hated every minute of it.
Which is
So with
strength.
that, it's going to be strength. It's literally strength v strength to see who succeeds.
Cool. I'm really strong.
Good.
So,
That's good.
I mean,
That's not bad.
if you can roll.
Wait, how close is Eugene to me?
Gene is over the edge,
That's a
so
lot.
probably like
It's like 10 feet.
10 feet.
10 feet, you say?
Yeah.
Is this a reaction? Are you gonna do a reaction?
What?
Reaction?
What'd you roll?
17.
17. I'm going to say that the suction that you have on the wall, the sparks that are still sort of spitting off of the shard as he reaches down to grab like by your hand that has that, zap him enough that he isn't able to get a firm grip on you, and he misses with that first one and just is still snarling at you.
Sorry, it says because of my paladinness. While
Yes.
unconscious.
Yes.
All friendly creatures gain within 10 feet gain a +4.
A +4
Any
to
saving throw.
any saving throw.
21.
Oh,
Ready, lad.
That's what's up. Way to know that feat. We love it. So yeah, you successfully beat that their saving throw, and you are not grappled by that knoll, and that wastes its entire turn. So well played. Now we are your turn, Dirk.
Okay, so I also have blind sight anywhere within 10 feet.
Yeah.
So I can see what the Hadozi is still doing without looking at him directly.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is, because I haven't retracted the grappling hook yet, just it's hooked around the crystal there, and then the pile of rope is on the ground, presumably attached to the end of the gun mechanism.
Yeah.
What I'd want to do is hop over the side and use the line, because he's injured, to wrap it around him and jump off the edge. So I go underneath, and the line pins him up against the ship.
Against the ship.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Just
to dodge the arrow fire.
yes. Do a acrobatics,
Acrobatics or athletics.
whichever you want. Yeah, either one.
Ooh, that is 21.
21. You seamlessly leap over, just sort of whip the rope with the gun, and it wraps around his throat, and you just pull. And as you pull, he falls to his feet, and you successfully go over the edge and woof, pin this dude against the edge of the ship, and you go flying down. And yeah, we'll say successfully are able to make it so that you are standing underneath the ship.
And is that just a movement?
I'm gonna say that the whip and the trying to control is your action for that as
I
well.
also have a bonus action.
Okay.
Do I see anything once I'm actually at the bottom of the ship, or is it just
You land fairly close to see this confrontation happening with Kiev and the Hadozi.
As a paladin, I also gain a second attack that costs no action. Extra attack, right?
So with that, it would be, since this was more of an improvised attack rather
okay.
than your actual weapon that you're using, that's when you could make 2 attacks of your sword sort of thing.
Sure. Yeah,
So yeah,
okay.
with that, I'm gonna say.
Okay, one last thing is. Not that this applies to you, but that's cool for later. Yeah, I think just looking at the bottom of the ship, just watching.
Landing underneath there.
Mhm.
Okay. Awesome. All right. With that, we are back to Kiev at the top of the round.
This Hadozi's not
Not good.
He's not 5 feet from me, right? I'm not going to be triggering anything by running.
Yeah, no, because he tried to use his crossbow. Yeah, no,
okay.
I'd say you're 15 or 10 feet apart because you're directly underneath.
What
there,
I
so,
would love to do is, especially since this skiff got closer, I'd love to run along the bottom of the boat and jump from the bottom of our boat to the bottom of the skiff.
Okay, sick.
If that's okay.
Absolutely.
Do I need to roll an acrobatics for that?
Since they now moved close enough to touch, roll an acrobatics just to make sure you don't critical fail.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, then yes, you absolutely are able to.
What I'd like to do...
Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. It's 17 base plus 14.
Plus 14. Okay. Okay. Good to know.
I'd like to... I mean, if that's just going to be movement, what I'd like to do is kind of crawl up along the back of that, up onto the back of their ship, stealthily.
Yeah.
So I can try and get an attack on this man that we know here.
Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, I'm going to say that you... Because if you were here, what's your full movement?
30.
So 15. I'd say that you're underneath right there. Okay. So if you don't want to attack this turn, you could get up into position. But yeah, that's your full movement to get there.
I'll be on the side ready, so next
ready
time
to go. So next time,
if that's okay.
Yeah.
So do you want me to roll another stealth just to?
I'm going to let you know this much. As you're going up, you're listening, and you kind of hear one of the gnolls growl to the other, like an exchange happens, but they are speaking Knoll. So you're not, unless you do speak Knoll, which twist of the century if you did.
Had to make sure.
Yeah, you hear something which puts you at unease that you're like, okay, maybe they know I'm here.
Okay.
That's what we'll say. So, okay, awesome. Eugene, your turn.
I'm curious about Dragon Breath, and maybe I'm reading it wrong, but does it last for more than just one turn? You touch it because it's saying
Well, duration, it's
concentration
concentration up to a
1
minute.
So, yeah, that sounds like
so I can do it again. Basically, is that
Until your concentration breaks, probably.
until your concentration breaks. And he didn't successfully grapple you or anything, so,
okay, so I'll just
yeah.
use the lightning damage again.
Do they need to make
And they
another?
got closer too, so that probably gonna.
They got closer, so from where you are at, we've got, because I'm saying if you're tucked there, 5, 10, 15, it's a 15-foot cone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, since they are close, I'm going to say you can focus fully on the ship, or you have to kind of go up at the dude who reached over towards you.
I'll do it to the ship. That's fine.
Okay. I mean, you could do, well, we'll just have you go up towards it, but just what I'm saying is, like, you don't have a direct line at all of them,
Okay.
because they did kind of pull up so that
he shouldn't have to aim. It's a cone, right? I mean, like.
What I'm saying is not, I mean, you aim from where your mouth is at.
But it's a 15-foot.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if the ship is here, if he's looking at the bottom of the ship and the guy's leaning over,
Sure.
I'm just like, you aren't going to be able to curve that up over the top.
Yeah.
If I take
at the
some
other
steps
people.
up the ship, though, I could.
Yeah, if you move up the ship, you
Just gonna
could.
move up the ship and do it.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, you just said the thing, so I was like, okay, from where you're at, you can't. But
No,
yeah,
I appreciate that.
as you scoot up so you're right on the edge, you look at all of them and you let loose. So go for it.
Con save, is that right? Did they do another one or?
Yes, it
I
is.
need some dice.
So dexterity saving throw from
Egg
them.
balancing, Austin.
So the first one makes the save. The second one,
I play some
Played another.
Dungeons and Dragons.
13. Does that?
No.
Okay. So, all right. So yep, second one fails. Third one in the back fails as well. So it's one of the classic where the first dude ducks and gets out of the way mostly, but then just leaves the next two dudes like totally vulnerable to back. And you are luckily like covered enough, and you're far enough away that it would like reach basically to you almost. So,
Watching the TV.
yeah.
If I had hair, it'd kind of.
We'll,
Why?
We'll do more.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 6. Gosh. Hey. Okay.
Exploding?
So 8, yep.
Way.
That's 14.
14. 15 lightning damage.
15.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. It's like Tesla arcs coming off of.
This first dude in the front is looking rough. The guy in the middle is incapacitated. As that happens, you see him slump off of the spelljamming helm, fall to the side. The spelljamming helm stops its glow. And from what, I mean, yeah, at the moment, the skiff is just kind of staying where it's at. Yeah, that's what happens there.
Love
So,
Just push it, really.
yeah. Alrighty.
Real good.
As a just as a free action, I'm just gonna say
Don't try and touch me, please.
Thank you.
that's it.
Safe space. Hey,
No touchy.
I have a bubble. Don't touch.
And a crystal.
And a crystal.
This is my very large private square.
Okay.
I like it.
With that, Giannis, it is your turn, my guy.
You did exactly what I wanted to do.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I still kind of want to run and jump onto that boat and just destroy it.
Okay. You do have this Hidozi pinned to
And
the
that's why I
edge,
was like, oh,
so
in that
either
stance. But I'm going to run and jump and just like hammer strike this dude.
way. Yes, you are.
Yeah, anyway.
cool. He's like,
Plus, does a 15 hit this dude?
15 because he is knocked prone. You can. It does hit, but let's have you roll with advantage because
Sure.
if you get that nat 20 life.
One away.
Ooh. But yes, that hits.
Wait a second.
Do you get that on with a barbarian? Does your crit? I don't know. Is that a thing?
What?
Your like critical hit?
No, that's
What
a
comes-
fighter feat.
Is that a fighter
Yeah,
feat?
whenever
Oh,
a
okay.
19 and a 20 can count as a critical.
Got it.
Yeah, it's in the fighter
Cool.
class. Sure. I got a 19 base, plus 9, so 28 to hit
Yes.
on my one with advantage.
I feel like you're doing the Tyrion Lannister thing, where he's just like,
Yep.
just holding on to that rope.
Oh.
But it's probably because you're just holding it. You're like, ha ha!
but I'm like, what if it's the gravity?
I was gonna
And
say it's
so-
weird.
So like on the other side, the tension is pulling because it stays next to the ship.
Every bit that you pull, it's like it cinches. So you pull and it like locks into place
Yeah.
because the other and the gravity's like
so, and then
pinning
so
it.
This side is just like
Yeah, like you can pull it
real
tight. Yeah,
13 points of
pull in
damage.
a
13
little bit,
points
and
of
you pull
damage.
it,
How do you do it?
pull it and reel
So-
it in.
I think since I forgot that he was like being strangled.
Yeah,
So I think with his neck and whatnot being pulled back, I'm gonna land and just say, "Let me ease your troubles," and just right in the face and just like
she just
decapitate
pulls
him.
him gently up.
and as that happens, you hit the head, and with the tension and the pressure, it rips off and goes flying over. And as Dirk is pulling on the other side, suddenly just that like, and it like isn't as difficult to pull for a 2nd. You look behind you, and this head just sort of like. And then just falls back into this
And then,
oscillating orbit.
Dirk looks over and goes, "Hey, don't get ahead of yourself."
Yeah.
And then with the rest of my movement, I'm gonna move back up towards the captain, not up on that deck again, but like on that
Like right there.
up on. Sorry, not up where he is, but up on that up. Yeah. Okay. Yeesh.
Alrighty. Okay, well done. All right. With that, this Knoll is going to reach out one last time and try his best to grapple you.
This mother effer.
And he is hurt. So, what'd you roll?
15.
Still got the power in you, my guy. He reaches out and he just has next to no life left
Hey.
as he reaches towards you
Don't touch me.
and you move it. As that
I know
happens,
not square.
the
I know not square.
the Garth, who is on the back with this longbow, is going to move forward, prompting a opportunity attack from you
Oh,
because
heck
he's
yeah.
not aware of the fact that you are directly behind him.
Awesome.
By chance, did Garth see me decapitate this dude?
I'd say probably not, unfortunately, because it was down behind the crystal. This dude just like shocked him with this
Yeah.
lightning. But yeah, let's have
Do I
you.
get to do it
want him
as
to
a
learn
sneak
something
attack?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Manners.
So, like, do I climb up or do I just get to throw one of my blades?
If you want to throw it, you
Okay,
can
cool.
throw it. Yeah, basically because it's just he's leaving that 5 foot that you are.
I just
So
want to make sure. So,
Yeah.
that's a 24 to hit.
yes, sir.
So the original.
Oh gosh, sorry, Eugene.
That's 5 plus 6. That's
Okay.
11.
You can touch me.
used to being pushed around.
Yeah, you're allowed. You
Plus
can touch
4,
me.
that's 15. Plus 2, that's 17. Plus 1, 18.
Satisfaction.
Plus 3 is 21.
Eugene music
Plus
video.
3 is 24. Plus 2, that's 26. That's the first time I haven't gotten exploding dice on a sneak
Jeez
attack.
Louise, thank
So
goodness.
26 psychic damage for that. There may be a thing that he may not know where I am, even though I hit him. but let me just double check. No, it's only if I miss. So I guess that lets him know where I am.
Okay.
But
Awesome. Yeah, you mess this dude up as he's trying to move forward. This hits him in the back, and he basically falls onto this spell jamming helm, and it's just And as he sort of turns around and looks and sees you, he just sort of slides sideways into the chair, and you see him pull this like little crystal rod that's hanging on the side of him up, and you hear him mutter these words, and the spell jamming helm lights up once more. And as that happens, with the little movement that he has left, he's going to start turning this away in this direction. So, yeah, that's what he does. So, yeah. Okay. With that, we are at Dirk's turn. So you are on the bottom of this. There is a Hadozi on the bottom, and yeah, that's what you got.
Okay, I think what I want to do is also go over towards the ship. I have Misty Step,
Okay.
but does that count as my action?
Yeah. So
Cool. So can I go over to the edge of the boat and then Misty Step to the other boat?
yeah, for sure. And you're just avoiding the Hadozi that's.
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
like, cool. But I guess I've also retracted the grappling hook.
So I'm going to say with the way
Or-
that it's
or-
hooked on the crystal,
Then I just-
you'd have to just you could hit retract and let go. Yeah.
That's exactly what I
And
did.
the tape measure just slips around, and yeah, you hear it thud into the freaking boat right behind you. You just and it terrifies you. But
So I want to Misty Step over to the boat, and would I be on the bottom of the boat?
it's up to you.
I was gonna say,
I'm going to say you can choose either way.
Oh,
You're the one teleporting.
Well, because I was going to say, because is it only in sight or is it just teleporting?
50. I think it's you literally
So
can
then-
choose Misty Step. I think it's in sight. You have to see where you want to
do
go.
this kind of thing all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
probably.
You
would
could
be
go either side you want.
So I
Yeah.
think I want to teleport right on top of the ship, behind where he's at the spell jamming him.
Okay, so between him
Keith
and you. Okay.
Betwixt.
Okay.
And then I've got a.
Is that a good pat or a okay?
I've got a prepped spell that I can put in at any time because of the paladin. I think it's channel divinity.
Love
Is it
that
just
one.
a feature
Yeah, I think
sort
so.
of thing?
It's
Oh.
yeah.
The channel divinity thing. It lets you do a couple of different things.
Cool.
Yeah, so the one that I choose one or the other.
Yep.
I can. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do the second one, which is as a bonus action, you can choose a creature you can see within 10 feet, and gain advantage on attack again for a minute or until their HP falls to 0 or unconscious.
Okay, let me just double check really quick. I feel like Misty Step is a bonus action.
Okay, so we'll do.
So with that, you can have an attack because Misty Step is a bonus action.
Technically,
Okay.
you can have 2 attacks.
So you
Yeah.
could do your 2 attacks if you want.
So Dirk, he like teleports right behind Garth.
Garth, yeah.
And he goes, hey, I was hoping I'd see you sooner than later. And as he puts his fists together, there are these tattooed runes on Dirk's hands. And what happens is, he like closes his hands as if he's about to grab something, and out of thin air, it seems, his pirate scimitar appears, having been summoned by the runes.
So cool.
Sorry, Siri.
Yeah, can you say it again?
I didn't get that.
I didn't get that.
I didn't get that.
That sounded cool as hell. What was that?
Didn't get that. What, bro? So yeah, he does that, and then he's going to go for a strike against the spell jamming.
Garth.
Yeah,
Okay.
helm.
Okay.
Wait, are you attacking?
Or
the
sorry,
home
yeah,
force?
he's going to attack Garth. Who's
Okay.
I was
Perfect.
like, ugh.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's the 8
Mhm.
D8. Where are you?
No, it's +8. So you
Oh,
roll
it's
your
plus
d20
8.
and then add.
Thank you. Ooh, yikes. That's a little bit better. What was that? 17.
17 will do it. Yeah.
Mhm. Cool. And then a bonus D8 for
Damage.
damage, divine damage.
Divine strike.
Oh, you're
Divine
divine smiting
strike.
it. Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Smite,
Did you just say?
I love
That's
that one.
Smite him.
Smitten.
Smite me, daddy.
Oh, sorry. This one. Okay.
Get
And
Smit on.
Oh, hey, eat Smith.
5.
5.
5 bonus.
But then you need to roll your D8 for the original one too.
Oh shit. 6.
Because your scimitar does a D8,
Mm-hmm.
and then the divine smite also does a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you should be adding your strength mod.
Oh,
It's bad
And
damage.
4. So you did
Cool.
6, and then what was your first one?
5.
So 11,
11.
plus 4, 15.
15.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Oh,
How do you end this?
So he's gonna go like he summon the sword, and then he'll go for like a diagonal strike down towards the collarbone from behind.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So
Ugh.
just, Garth, as you say that, like, I was hoping to see you sooner than later. He turns to look, and as he turns to look at you, he just sees your sword. Just as you're striking down, it's being, like, summoned out of this pocket dimension from these runes and just sinks down into his chest, and he just... and he goes limp. Spelljamming helm loses its light, and this knoll in the front of the ship just sort of cowering now with just barely any life left in him as you have just attacked. You have one more attack action if you so choose.
Okay, let's do. We'll see if I can do this because
Okay.
in his left hand he closes his hand again, as if to summon another weapon, and it's this this spear that's like, it's just another spear that he like, summons out of nowhere.
Is it a javelin or a spear?
It is a javelin.
Okay,
It is a
sorry.
javelin.
Just want to double check.
And then he throws the javelin center of mass.
Okay. Roll, and as he is cowering, we're
Mhm.
going to say prone, so you get advantage on this attack.
Okay. That's better. For 30 20. Oh, yeah, it is dirty.
That hits for sure.
And, then
And roll that damage.
Do we have a
D6.
free ship now?
D6.
That's exploding dice, buddy.
Your first exploding dice of the campaign!
Hey!
Oh, wow.
And ever.
Oh, boy. What happened?
Roll again.
Now, oh, which one?
The
I feel
D6.
like we're missing Pluto.
That's another exploding dice. Roll it again.
Double explosion!
Wow.
Oh!
That's 18 plus 4.
This javelin is
22
gonna
plus
destroy
3. That's 25 total.
Goodness gracious.
Yum.
Boom! You go sliding down into this dude's chest. It's like you load a freaking shotgun in your left hand. This javelin just appears. You throw it, center of mass. You pin him. It goes through him, and as he's falling, like stabs into the front of this freaking thing, and he's just like splayed out over the bow of this little skiff, and he is just absolutely no ounce of life left in him.
Oh, yeah. Dunzo.
And with that, we're still not out because there's the one frickin' Hadozi who's been alive longer than anyone else
On the bottom of the ship.
on the bottom of the ship, just aching from the freaking battering.
He's like,
He's got indentations from my little domes
Yeah.
on the thing. Just
So with that, Keeve, we are back to you.
Okay.
You're
When
this-
the spell jamming gets deactivated, it doesn't like sink down at all, does it?
so you as that happens, because the skiff when it meets your gravity,
Yeah.
it just matches your gravity plane.
Okay.
So it's as if you're floating
water or
on
whatever.
that. Yeah, the gravity
Okay.
plane. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Oh, I don't even know.
You can absolutely see the Hadozi.
Oh, I can see him.
Yeah, because you guys are far enough away,
Oh, okay.
and you're low. Like this skiff is low to the gravity
How
plane.
far is he?
You could see him.
How far away
less
is he?
than 30.
I'm
Let's
just
say
gonna.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 max feet.
I'll just throw one of my blades at him.
Okay.
Just
Roll to attack.
that's gonna be 28 to hit.
That'll do it.
Waddle.
11 psychic damage.
Tell me how it happens. Paint a picture.
I think what happens is like all of these hyenas die, and they all kind of slump to the ground. And this last one on the front goes like, ah, as he dies. And then I imagine Dirk turns around and just puts his like hands on his hips. He's like, "We did it!" And I'll just be like, "Yeah," and just absent-mindedly, not even looking, just like throw this and just have it, just
The life of a
hit him with the
buccaneer.
head.
Is the
and
Hadozi
jump
like
off of
The
it.
Hadozi
like-
stands up
He's
like,
"Oh, I'm getting away."
yeah, turns to like jump and sort of gets him. And you just,
Yeah, but just don't even look at him.
it's the second he primes it, like he bends his knees, and right before he can start the jump, it's just,
Yeah, I feel like
And
it
he
just nails him in the back of the
yeah,
Yeah, it's also in the background.
yes, exactly. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Slightly out of focus.
Yeah.
And then
We
with
did it.
whatever's left of that action, even though it probably takes us out, I'll just point to the helm for you. Let's go.
Okay,
Are we out of initiative?
we are out of initiative.
Captain?
Oh, I'm going to take off my fish suit.
Okay.
That's the other thing I'm going to do. I'm pointing at it. and
So
start
you get
taking
up on the
this
skiff and you
stupid
start
thing.
taking
Yeah.
off your fish suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain?
That was rather impressive there, crewmates, huh?
Wow.
Void Cruiser, Void Cruiser,
Very
Void
Void
Cruiser,
Cruiser.
Void.
Yeah.
Void Cruiser, all right. Yeah, what's up there, Eugene?
Is that a free ship?
I mean, yeah, it's floating next to us. That's for sure.
Can I have it?
What do you mean? Can you have it?
Well, I have this scroll here. Also, I have this. I just remembered. How do I get this off my hand?
What do you mean? You can't just let go?
What do you mean? That's
What do you mean?
across the way.
You
kidding, you're
can't
not-
just let go?
From the other ship.
Hey, you guys got any more bad guys over there?
No,
we still fighting?
We're good.
Are we fighting at all?
Well, I mean, I don't know that I'm going to be able to just give it to you outright, but, might be some good practice for you.
That's what.
Uh,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, still,
Can I use it?
property of the...
I was going to
Void.
say, I mean,
Yes,
we can't
Captain.
take it.
Void
And-
Cruiser.
And Eugene
Yes,
would know
Captain.
that we can't take it.
You're right, Captain. Sorry, Captain.
I mean, if you want to set off on that thing and just kind of putt along, you could do that.
Yeah.
If you leave our space right now, you're going to go really slow compared to us. So, just kidding. Not you actually can go just the same speed.
okay.
Anyways, let's focus on getting it over by the ship. How about that?
How do I get this off of my hand?
I mean, I'm looking at you from here. I can't. I'm like,
Okay,
I'm kind of driving
He's
us.
gonna
through.
walk up to you,
I'm
still in
gonna-
a rage, and be like, "I can hit it off."
No. You know what? I have an idea. Let's.
Why don't we
I hope
spell
I-
jam it over there?
No.
Why don't we spell jam it over?
Thank goodness I have the spell. I'm gonna dispel magic on this thing.
Ah,
No.
I'm not there.
No.
No, I'm not there. I tripped on my fish suit. I almost fell over.
The second you go out of
overconfident and I
view,
took
he's
my
like,
one
I'm
foot
gonna cast it.
Trying to take off.
All right,
the
while you're
suit.
thinking about that, Hobbs is going to kind of walk up to the edge, and he's going to look over at you, Dirk, and he's just going to go, so what do you want me to do? How do we get you over here?
And then, hey, Hobbs!
We're about 15 feet away. I can hear you fine.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna I'm gonna set up a telepathic link so we don't have to talk very much. Except for you, Hobbs, you'll just have to listen.
You won't let me talk?
No.
What a jerk.
I'm just kidding.
What a real a-hole.
You're
Ah,
always joking around, but this one feels
I
personal.
love you, buddy. Of course. No, we'll all talk just telepathically.
Okay, once again, 10 feet away, but all right.
Why don't you run and grab me my grappling hook and shoot it over here?
All right,
Just right here towards the spell jamming helm. That's fine.
okay, all right. And he's going
He
to...
finally stands up.
Yeah, he's able to fire pretty good. He kind of stabs into one of the knolls, but the knoll's hooked onto it enough that it. And, what a great idea! I'm gonna hook it up to the winch.
Sounds good, buddy. That
I
sounds
called
great.
it a winch. No one? No joke? It was a
well-
joke. It's a joke with the...
winch.
Can't you just fly?
Anyways, here we go.
I thought it was just a slip of your tongue, and you said winch in a wrong.
I don't have a tongue.
As that's happening, I think Dirk's gonna walk over towards the body of Garth and just look at him and be like, "Oh, I've been trying to kill you for years, and now that it's happening, kind of upset.
He cannot hear you. He's dead.
Gone too soon. Goodbye, Garth. I hated your guts."
And as that happens, the winch kind of activates and
And his guts come out.
starts dragging you towards, and as it pulls tight, just blood and guts start sort of squishing.
Particularly those guts.
Oh, it's like his entire face threw up fruit punch.
Oh, yeah.
How do you get rid of bodies in here? Because if we throw them overboard, they're just gonna keep floating in our gravity thing.
You just gotta push them with enough oomph
Oh, okay.
to really, I mean, you got a cannon. Anyways,
We got a dinghy now.
yeah, it's pretty freaking dope.
Hell.
All right, so you successfully pull this little skiff over to the Void Cruiser, and you kind of you've taken off your fish suit, and Hobbs hops over and grabs it, hops back up, and starts collecting it. Yours you had already taken off. And as the ship's starting to pull away, you're looking around, and you've got one ship trailing a little ways off in the distance. And you recognize this as Garth's ship, this hammerhead vessel. And you need to be at least a mile away from this thing to be able to get away,
To make the
to
jump.
really make the jump once you've exited wild space, period. And as you are doing that, Captain Lahash kind of talks to you, and he's like, "Okay, I don't know what the plan is, but we've got to make some distance from these guys in order for us to make the jump. And also, we got to know where we're going."
So as the captain's saying that, I'll have Dirk just kind of loot the three gnolls to see if there's any clues or anything that I can pick up from them.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, roll an investigation check for me.
I know I'm not by him, and I'm now exiting my rage. Could I assist on that?
Sure.
I'm too far away.
17.
17. You don't see anything, not like they had any clues or anything as far as where they need to go, but what you do get are the spiked leather bracelets from Garth.
Oh, cool.
And you find a sigil that is looks like it was normally a necklace, but it was wrapped around his wrist. That is this 3 spiked flail inside of a circle.
That's cool.
That's what you see. So that's what you're able to
So
get.
he picks that up and puts it in one of his pouches, and puts the bracers on, and he goes, "Won't be needing these anymore."
You guys cool if I steal from the dead?
Hey, is it cool if I take these? They don't need them, right?
Yeah, go for it.
And then he picks. I want him to pick up Garth's body and ceremoniously just toss it overboard. It seems like it's gonna be a big deal, but then he's like, "Oop, all right."
And as
Down
you
on one knee,
and as you do that, you push it off, and it just sort of falls. A few seconds, back up, goes up a little ways, falls, and it just is sort of starting. It goes a little ways away, and then it kind of just catches where its gravity is, and it's just floating in your orbit right now with the gravitational pull.
Just floppy.
So since you, just
Arms.
as it goes up, falls back down.
ragdoll in the-
Yeah.
Once that rigmarole is set,
And Captain Lahash is just like, you couldn't have thrown him harder, eh? He's going to be floating there we're going to have... What? Okay. You got to throw him harder, mate. How many times do I have to tell you?
I always do it gently, you know that.
I know, Dirk, gently. Anyways. It's the show.
Jerk Denton.
Jerk Dentley. Yep.
Yeah,
there we go.
Dirk gently.
Jerk deadly. Ah, yes, my DDS.
Holy.
Anyways,
Here we go.
as you are moving, you can. Yeah. As you're moving, roll an insight check for me, Keeve.
Okay.
And maybe Giannis.
16.
Not bad. I got a 17.
16, 17. The thought that crosses your minds is just that as you sort of saw Dirk looking at the hammerhead vessel following a ways away, it's like 400 yards away. It's not like super close, but not far enough to allow you to move if you were able to. You get the feeling that as long as they can tell that the skiff is still within your proximity, then they're not going to, they have no reason to think that Garth and them weren't successful and, are boarding your ship and taking stuff and everything right now. So that's the insight that the two of you gain with that. And as you are moving, you're quite a ways away from Jardine's Fall. And Eugene, this crystal in your hand, it's starting to vibrate slightly.
Oh.
And starting to shake back and forth. And then it...
Oh, shit. I'm just saying hi to the
Hey,
Knolls.
guys.
Hey. Bye, dead bodies.
And as you're moving and moving, it starts getting
I
stronger
don't like this.
to the point where I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
That is a critical fail. But I have the luck feat. Are you within 10 feet from me?
I don't know. Am I?
Yeah,
It's +4.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah.
Oh, I guess that counts for me too.
That's better than the previous. I have this inspiration dice.
So mark off one of your luck points for me,
Yes, yes.
just to make sure you remember.
Burn a luck
No,
point
I
and use
remember.
inspiration die.
It is a pretty important save.
I agree.
It feels like a pretty
It
important
feels
save.
like it.
That is better.
Can you move this stuff so
What'd you get?
13 plus 4, 17 strength.
Plus 4.
No, it's
13 plus 4.
13 plus 4?
17.
You feel this twist.
Oh, yeah, plus 4 is his thing.
Yeah, so 13 plus 4 is 17,
Right, but also your modifier.
which is 0.
Okay.
13
That's
plus 4
what
is
you were
17.
saying, though, right?
I was trying
Okay,
to.
yeah,
but
sorry.
I should just let stuff
Oh, I get it.
I don't know.
Oh yes, the modifier.
This
specifically.
crystal feels. You've used a compass before,
Yeah.
and you've seen what a compass needle does when it is over the top of like magnets and stuff,
I get it.
and it's just spinning. And your arm is just ripping back and forth, just
Just rip it off.
nonstop as it is just twisting and straining your muscles, and you are barely like keeping this, and the pain in your arm is increasing quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just for the fun of things.
Giannis? Can you assist me, please?
In what way?
I need you to
You want me to
take...
break off your arm?
Yes, please.
What?
Yes, please.
Break off your arm?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to take out my Tetsubo and whack it just underneath the wrist and try to...
Okay. Let's have you roll to hit.
Are you sure? I've already
So-
said it, so...
You're still in a rage, too.
No, I got out of that.
Oh, did you? Okay.
So, I mean, I don't get the bonus, but... Buddy, that's a 21.
A 21.
Does it hit? It hits.
It hits. But Tetsubo does bludgeoning damage.
So it just
So you
breaks.
Oh, it's definitely 127 hours. That's how rough this is going to be, for sure. A
You-
couple whacks and it'll...
Hate it. Hate it
So-
already.
so-
It breaks the bone first.
it breaks
For
the
sure.
bone. What?
Oh, you want me to roll for damage?
I mean,
If I explode, maybe
you-
just shatter every bone. in his
Sure,
arm.
yeah. Roll for damage. We'll
No,
see if you
sorry.
explode.
I'm
No,
sorry.
roll for damage. Let's see if you explode. That
Go
is
for
a
it. It's
that
fine.
is an accurate.
Can you bluntly?
Did you? Did you explode?
Exploding.
Okay, roll
Let's
again.
do it.
I think you can
Can you like
clarify as
Oh
non-lethal
gosh,
damage.
that is a high
That
number.
is 28 points
As
of
non-
bludgeoning
as
damage
non-lethal
against this guy.
damage.
So
Learning a lesson here.
28 points as you smash down right where you're hitting just middle of the forearm.
Sure.
You
It's a pretty wide Tetsubo, so I mean, I'm aiming just.
you hit down, and since he didn't brace it against anything, it's not like a clean snap. It's
Learning.
like a
Learning
you
something.
smack it and it bends in half, and his arm like goes swinging back, and it like hurts his shoulder
Okay.
as his arm just like
Ah!
rips backwards.
What was the
And
damage again?
this is
28.
as you bring it up and you are winding back to hit again, as his arm swings back up, you see that it has now, this crystal is spinning and twisting the break in your arm to the point where blood is just like spraying out, and it's spinning and spinning and spinning so much that then it just gets too tight, and as you sort of tug back, it just like disconnects your arm.
Awesome.
And your forearm falls to the deck of the Void Cruiser, and immediately the crystal shard is no longer glowing, and it is laying motionless on the deck of the ship.
Cool.
And you are bleeding
I'm
profusely.
going to look at Dirk.
Anybody got some fire?
Oh, really quickly, I've got
Keith, should I pick this up or.
Don't touch it.
I don't even know.
I don't know if I should listen to you
I've got
because you
the-
just told me to break your own arm.
I've got
so.
I've got the laying out of hands. I can heat.
My man.
Circle up.
Yeah, I can.
Flexley's got it. Flexley's flex.
Yeah. He puts both hands on your head.
Good lord. Good lord.
Anointed
Here we
with
are.
oil.
Here we are. Jeez.
I stop.
So yeah, no, he starts. It's 5 HP.
Everyone that's watching this is like, what?
You can give him as many as you want.
Oh,
You
that's
can
true,
give him
yeah.
the whole stack if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the whole stack of six, or yeah, it's whatever. It's
Yeah,
I'm
he
healing.
did 24 damage.
Yeah.
With losing the limb and the loss of blood, I'm going to say there was another like 30 damage that are applied as that twisted and ripped off. So he's down like 50 points.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
yeah,
I
you
did
see-
nothing wrong.
You see
Sure,
Dirk
yeah.
walk over and he like touches a few different runes on his hands. They start glowing, and then he's able to touch his arm and like heal it, cauterize it, and then it's like the
Sick.
nub has grown back.
It's
Yes.
really important for me to know if I see this or not.
Yes. You do see
Are
it.
you a hemophiliac?
Nope.
It's really important.
He's like,
that I
oddly
see
enough,
this.
I vomit every time I see blood.
Yeah.
That's why I do
the
psychic damage.
It's a lot easier to manage if their ears are only bleeding.
Well, let's just
We've got
reprint
some
it.
tin snips. Tyler, do you want to grab those?
No, we won't need that.
So what
After
is
that happens?
Yeah.
I'm going to make my way from the skiff up onto the main deck of the boat. There's not like there's an in bit of this.
a what?
There's an inside bit of this boat, right?
Like a
'Cause
below
there's-
deck?
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just gonna go there. I'm
Okay.
not gonna look at anybody or say anything. I'm just going straight there. So
Okay. Yeah.
Keith, do you want to see the severed hand? Keith. He went downstairs.
I'm gonna put you back here so that nothing broke.
did something on my break? Is that his hand?
No, it's just the little psychic dagger. He
no, get
Oh, it's the
Plume.
bottom part of your handle. It's facing the one that
That's
goes
okay.
down.
Facing back, yeah.
That's okay.
anyways.
Not both of them broken, you know?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, you go down there. And
There may be some like
cool.
throwing of things and loud noises downstairs.
okay.
Temper tantrum.
Breaking
I get
in
it.
things. Yeah.
Anything more that you want us to know aside from that?
Nobody speaks Draconic, right?
I speak Draconic.
Do you?
I do.
Does anybody else speak Draconic?
With blind sight, do I see what's happening?
I'm gonna double check.
don't know that you can see through walls.
Not through.
No, I can just sense it. I can just sense what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, as much as
I mean, you're
I'm not the
you're
DM.
more aware of what damage
In
maybe is
detail,
taking
yeah.
place, but
Oh no, my guitar case.
I don't believe anyone else can.
it's I don't think you get a strain of anything, but there's a lot of foul language, and
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the fact that your arm just got broken off,
yeah,
this
join
sense
him.
isn't quite
you
as
probably hear, yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's like a blind, no care for what he is hurting, no purpose or whatever, but
perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. With that, the crystal is lying dormant on the deck of the ship. You sort of check over the edge, and Hobbs is like, "It still looks like Garth's ship is pursuing us." And what are you guys gonna do?
I think we should reload the cannon.
I will help you.
Yes.
Okay. So the two of you go and you start reloading the cannon. Since you've gone all the way down to the like bottom deck, as they're reloading, they definitely hear some.
Oh, I guess right before we start reloading the deck, after Dirk heals Eugene, he's gonna say, "I guess you could use a hand."
Wow.
See what I did there? I hope that
Yep.
makes you feel better.
Okay.
Giannis does not get it, and the visor just. Oh, okay.
We should
You
load
realize
the
what-
cannon.
Okay. That's
Very
awesome.
aware.
Okay.
I need to know.
It's 1d4 days.
Okay, roll.
oh yeah,
2.
So 3 days
forgot you had
Okay.
because it's 1 plus a
1d4 plus 1. Yes.
Okay. Okay. 3 days.
3 days.
Do we want to tell people what's happening?
Yeah,
in 3
tell
days?
them.
So
Tell
we're
them
not
what's up.
saying
Eugene has this
honestly.
racial trait called amphibious regeneration. So any limb he loses, it can regenerate within 1d4 plus 1 days. So
And he just rolled a 2, so it is 3 days.
3 days
So
to regenerate.
implications of that. Any spells that you cast with somatic components
Got it.
are going to have some implications.
Me likey the trials.
So, in order to load the cannon, we have to go down into the middle part, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I thought all four of us could
So-
load it from the top, but we have to.
So one of you
Use the-
controls the winch from the top, and then it's because it's 4 actions. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's usually one of you controls the winch portion from the top, one of you controls the moving of the winch, and 2 of you load the cannon from the winch into.
Could I try to load it by myself?
I mean, you can. It just takes longer.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Because you, instead of like
Oh, yeah,
hoisting
really-
something
'cause it
up, you've
takes
got to roll it
4
over. You've got to move the
4
winch all the
actions
way
in
over.
total, so
Yes.
you
So
can
as
do
I'm going
2
down to
actions
load
as
it,
one
I'm going to
person.
just say, boy, I really wish that I had someone to help me load this.
Oh,
This
it's
would
still
be-
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I really wish that I...
Dirk, check this out. I could give you a hand, but I'm missing one.
Oh, because his hand.
No, I got it. I just really wish that I had someone to help me.
No, don't worry. I'm on my way.
I can help you. And he comes
Perfect.
and jumps down. What do you need help with?
Let's load this cannon.
All right. And, yeah, Hobbs starts
Sweet.
starts helping you.
So Dirk walks over and starts the winch.
Okay. Yeah, you guys successfully get this thing loaded, and Captain Lahash goes, "All right, so what's the plan then, eh? What's that thing? What's the deal? Why'd you break your arm off?"
Oh, it'll grow back in a few days. We're fine.
I'd like to point out I did not know this when I hit it.
So you were going to break it off even if it didn't grow back?
Yes.
He follows commands.
No.
Oh, well.
All right, anyways.
Captain,
Yeah.
we got a clue. Some sort of crystal down there in the pit.
From what I understand, based on who holds it, and I'm not very strong, what I got was it was trying to point in a direction. I'm assuming that's like a compass.
Oh, like a finger.
No, well, kind of.
Of which you only have 5 now.
That's true.
Or 4. I don't
Um,
know about your
But
anatomy.
to point us in a direction much like a compass is what I was trying to say.
Oh, or a Leahona.
Good
What?
lord.
Is it a Hawaiian word?
Anyways,
So yeah, I think that's a compass, but you need Arcana to activate it. I'm guessing, or something. And you need some
Okay.
good strength, which I do not have.
All right, so you're saying that you've got to activate it by holding it,
I believe. Well, I don't know actually.
but you got to have. Okay.
can I just use like my Arcana to like see if I can cast without touching?
You could try.
Cool.
Let's have you roll one more time. And take the lower of the two.
Yeah. That would be 19.
So, yeah, as you go over and you're trying to sort of get anything out of this, we'll say that you're, as it is currently,
Not able
you're
to.
not seeing anything.
Is my hand just
unique
limp now,
about
or
it.
is it still touched?
Yep.
Attached to it. It's limp.
So, yeah, as you dropped it, it went limp as soon as it ripped itself off. And
I'll grab my hand and I'll just.
okay, roll a strength check for me.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, and this is yours.
Thank you.
Am I rolling with any advantage, disadvantage, or anything?
Just whatever your strength
Bend it
is.
to the middle finger and throw it towards
15.
15?
their ship.
You'd have to throw it 140 feet, and you tried to throw it up. I don't know that you
Cool.
made it that far.
want it to
Sticky
land.
hand that
So
hits
I
you-
wanted
yeah.
a sticky hand. That was the
It's
kind
sticky
of
hands,
intention.
You throw it, and it just splats onto the ground.
Hey, that's pretty fun.
All right, well, we got to figure something out, okay? Because, I mean, we're coming up on the edge of the wild space, entering the astral sea, but we're not going to be able to do anything with Dirk's crew following us. So, what's the plan?
Garth's
Guard's crew, sorry.
No,
I'm
it confused me.
part
I
of
was
the
like,
crew.
you have people? We didn't. They could have helped us.
My crew are a group of homies I have back home.
Homies.
Yeah.
We're a group of young bachelors who go out. We call ourselves the Squad.
The
We
crew.
rob from the rich and give to the needy.
And the needy's typically me.
I needy.
I needy
everything.
boy time. Saturday for boys.
All right, fellas, one more game. Let's get off with a win tonight.
Captain, if I may ask you a question, was that wrong of me to? I figured. I asked my friend Keith, but he did not answer, so I just did it. I hope you don't mind that I broke his arm.
I don't care about. I mean,
I think we're all kind of shocked.
we don't know what this is. No one's. Yeah, no, not.
This isn't
I
the
was in
same thing you
trouble
did
for
last
this.
year, where someone.
No,
Grab
it's
this
different every year. It's not the same. If it was the same, if it was the same race every year, then people would just skip getting the clues in the first place and go as far as they went last time.
Yeah, there are no speed running strats.
Okay.
So what happened down there?
You're not gonna like this, Captain, but Starsong was down there.
Starsong.
Yeah, she was in search of one of those crystals herself. In fact, she took one, I think.
Yeah, she got ahead of us. If that's the elf lady you're talking about.
Yes, that's
yeah.
Starsong. Sorry.
She got ahead of us for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, and she grabbed one of these as well.
So it would seem. She left with one.
Yeah, we had to activate this machine to power them up, and then I got one out, and it got stuck to my hand.
Eugene,
Who
was it
is-
attached to a drill? Was that the machine?
Yeah, it was like a drill thing. It was like a rotating spindle.
Right.
We had to get on a track, and it started spinning, and then Arcana went through these things.
Hey, honest.
Thank you. Is she a friend of yours?
Well,
Listen, that's not what's important right now. We're not
they-
talking about past romances or anything like that,
We
all
didn't
right?
say past romance.
We're
Captain, what the
focusing.
heck? I told you that in confidence.
Listen, all right? I'm going to throw all of you off this ship if you don't figure out what we're supposed to do with that key, all right?
Well, it's a key. One would think it goes to a lock, right?
I said key because that's the word that... I don't know what it is, all right? Someone figure... And he goes, Dirk, get up here.
Oh, all right, Captain, on my way.
He comes up. Everything's fine.
I'm like checking mine now.
And as you walk up, you guys notice him. Dirk places his hand on the spell jamming helm, and Captain Lahash stands up, and the two of them kind of grasp forearms. And Dirk sits down.
Dirk's
The
got
spell jamming
magic.
helm still maintains its glow and is still moving in the same direction. And Captain Lahash walks down to this crystal, and he goes, "You said you think that you need strength to be able to handle this?"
Yeah, absolutely.
And he reaches down and grabs it and picks it up. And the second he grabs it, his fist, you see it clench, just as tight as his GIF hand is able to. And then you see it just twist, and you see his face just. And he goes, and it lights up, and as it lights up, he starts looking closely at it. And as he looks closely at it, he goes, "I think we got to get to wild space. We got to get to wild space."
All right, Captain. I'll move us in that direction.
Okay.
Should we get rid of that dinghy?
I mean, I think that might be something. I guess you're under the thing right now. I mean, yeah, I think that's probably the reason why they're chasing us.
Cool.
Yanis, why don't you just give it a little push? We'll leave it behind.
I mean, we got to give it a huge push to move that thing.
Why don't we walk around towards the cannon in the front?
You want to shoot this thing out of the cannon?
Well, not out of the cannon. Just
I think maybe I could push it far enough.
I mean, if you want to give it a go.
Yep.
Yanis, you do that, and I'll turn the ship into and just turn the little slingshot maneuver with the gravity.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, yeah.
I
So
think
that's-
we're gonna try to time it where like I push right when you
He,
fire,
like,
and then
turns the ship so that the gravity it keeps
Sure.
it in between, is like accelerating it out.
what would you
Okay.
like me to roll?
Strength, straight up strength.
That's dope. That's a dope idea.
24.
As you sort of go down and position yourself, we'll say that you get to the lowest part.
It's a 19, bro.
Strength check.
Oh, well, that's a saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So as you get down, you sort of get your hand on one of these sort of wing-looking things. And yeah, on 3, you just sort of push as hard as you can. And as you push that way, you just start steering the ship and sort of turning in the other direction because it's on that gravity plane. So as much as you went, you just start distancing the ship. Mm-hmm. And as it goes, it gets just close enough that you see it like halfway tip out and it detaches. And as it detaches, you keep moving for a time. Keep moving forward, looking back at the hammerhead vessel following you. It gets closer and closer to the skiff. And you feel distance start to happen between the two of you. You see that the hammerhead ship is slowing down as it approaches the skiff. And as that happens, you turn and you look. And you see an interesting thing that you haven't seen before. The two of you, you're under the ship, or you're in the ship. You see this almost, iridescent, like an oil spill type look appearing every so often in this space about 150 yards away from you. And as you're looking, you can see stars, but as you focus, it looks like they kind of are moving slightly. And it looks like it almost has this wave to it. And you approach and you get closer and you hear Captain Lahash just, and you see his arm twisting back to the extent where it's just so close to snapping, and he's like, "Let's go!"
So he Dirk can see that and turns the ship towards that direction and just starts putting full throttle into the...
And as that happens, you turn, and you're speeding as fast as you can, and the front of the Void Cruiser touches this iridescent wall, and you see it sort of climb up over and slide its way back through. And as that happens, Eugene, you're still up next to Captain Lahash. Mm-hmm. The emptiness that you have heard this time before. This silence, no engines running, no arcane anything happening. That kind of weird vacuum of silence as you slip into the astral sea, the silver void. You hear just almost this faint just this faint kind of white noise, water sloshing, but there's nothing. You see this space that you're in now, everything occupies outside of your gravity well, more so this kind of bubbly, iridescent feel. It almost feels like the air here smells different. Your arm, like, the pain isn't so bad anymore. Even though he healed you, like, that pain still isn't too bad. And as the whole ship is enveloped, the second that you cross out of the wild space, his hand, Captain Lahash's hand, stops. And he tries to turn it. And is pointing in one single solitary direction. And he goes, "All right. Point us this way."
Aye, Captain. Aye.
Turns, and you're able to make the jump and start traveling at your full speed. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Hey!
So
Ladies
cool.
and gentlemen.
So cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Lots of fighting, lots of fun, lots of crazy.
That's crazy.
A nat 20 to finish the night off for our boy Dirk. All right.
It flies really good out of there.
It's time. It's time for our
Why
thingy,
don't one of you grab those? 'Cause
thingy.
It's been a while since you guys have rolled.
Grab that.
Who's rolling?
You can roll, Seth.
Kyle's going to tell us how many
Yeah, one
what
moment.
kind of die he used.
Probably a pull.
D12, sir.
Okay. That would be that. Dude, these are sick. That would be an 8.
An
My
8.
favorite number.
Is it really?
It is.
The winner tonight is none other than our follower, the Skinny Kai, that gets these things. Oh, so we're going to send that off. We're going to do that thing. And yeah,
love
those
it.
are some tasty good times. So thank you all so much for joining us this night. We hope you have a great week ahead of you. Yeah, be good to one another. Be good to each other. Stay safe out there. And we'll catch you on the flippity flip in the Silver Void next time on Demi Lich Diaries. Bye.
Bye.